God.
Hi, everybody.
And, I'm Elena with Black Sheep 303, and then we are also, this live stream is a part of the Card Making with SVGs Plus Summit, if you've just stumbled on this. And today's topic is beginner card making tools, tips, and tricks. So we'll go around and everybody can introduce themselves really quick, and then we'll each talk about a tool, tip, or trick we want to share. And then if you guys have questions, please start adding those into the comments, and we will start answering them as they come in. So, Debbie, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. Right now I'm just tickled over what I'm seeing on StreamYard because Aaron's got us vertical and horizontal over there, and I was like, what? I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, I am Debbie with Debbie J's Crafting Corner. I do a lot of cards. I like having fun with my crafty community. We go live a lot of times during the week and would love for you to come and join this crafty, crazy crafty bunch of people. They take over my live streams, by the way, so just be prepared. And we do have a lot of fun. We make a lot of cards, and a lot of times I give those away.
Okay, great.
I'm trying to keep it shorter.
Yeah, no, that's good. Let's go to Catherine. Tell us about yourself.
Hello. I was also confused about this two-screen thing. I thought I messed something up on my side.
I had no idea where that came from. Just as a heads up, this is weird.
So I'm Catherine from Catherine Learns Stuff. I was here yesterday for one of the chats as well. If you haven't met me before, I'm at CatherineLearnStuff.com, Facebook, Pinterest, YouTube, and Catherine Learns Stuff. I do all sorts of crafts. I do paper, I do upcycling, I do sewing, I do woodworking, I do canvas, I do vinyl, I do, like, you name it, I do it. And so I love coming to Elena's Summits because they're so much fun, and she does such a great job. So I'm here for fun.
Yay. Okay, well, we're going to move. Okay, Terry.
Okay.
You're up.
All right. Thanks. I'm Terry Johnson of Terry Johnson Creates. And like these other ladies, I do a lot of different crafty things. My background for many, many, many years is a partnership and working and teaching with Silhouette Studio. But recently I've begun branching out. I do have All Things Silhouette Club for those of you that are using and want to learn more about using Silhouette. But recently I've been branching out with my summit. It's called a Cut Above, which will include all kinds of things. Cricut, Scan and Cut, Caesar Juliet, Silhouette Studio, as well as sublimation layers, lasers is the word I'm looking for, and DTF. So kind of like the lady said, all things creative and crafty. And we would love to have you join us. I have a website, a blog, all of the good things that can be, I'm sure, connected through the classes that Elena has posted in the summit. So that's me. Okay, all of a sudden I can't hear anybody.
Elena, you're muted.
We're still here.
Sorry, I muted myself because
I didn't do that.
Aaron, tell us about you.
Sorry if you hear like a constant little beating in the background. That's my dog's tail. So he's just
He's a happy doggy.
There he is, right here.
That's cute.
He's like, Mom's talking. I got to be part of that. Hey, everybody. I'm Erin Reed from Erin Reed Makes, and I am so excited to be here. I've been helping behind the scenes with all of the live that we've been doing and for the VIPs and also for these ones. But today I get to jump in as a speaker while I cuddle my goofball. So I do all kinds of content on my YouTube channel, Erin Reed Makes. I do long form videos, live videos. I do a little bit of everything. And it's all in the realm of product unboxing, so lasers and all kinds of electronic equipment, but also card making, mixed media. I do reels, I do short videos. So you can check out a lot of those on Instagram, but also some of those are on my YouTube channel as well. And I also help a lot behind the scenes with certain companies, helping create content with them and products. And I got my fingers in a lot of different things in the creative world. So happy to have you all here.
Excuse me. Okay, well, awesome. Thanks. I'm having like some issues. I'm a little tired. Day 2. So I'm a little
totally understandable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I guess I will share my favorite beginner tools first. So if you are an absolute beginner card maker, even if you are a Cricut card maker or like an SVG card maker, I still nevertheless suggest that you get yourself a scoreboard. Oops, I'm wrapping around. Scoreboard with the tool. Lets you score things manually as opposed to with your machine, and then some kind of paper trimmer, and especially like I like this small one for card making because it's not too bulky and has like things on both ends so you can butt the paper up to both sides. Because when you don't have to cut like basic shapes out with your machine, you can like just manually cut rectangles, basically card bases, that kind of thing, with a paper trimmer and a scoreboard. And you can score the line to fold the card base with your scoreboard. And it saves you some material because most cutting machines, Cricut especially, takes off a certain percentage of like a quarter inch or whatever it is around the paper, the cardstock, when you're cutting it with your machine. And so you lose part of your material. And really, like if you're making an A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 to 5 1/2, that is half exactly of an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. So if you can just cut it yourself rather than cutting it with your machine, you actually can get 2 out of 1 piece of paper. Whereas with the machine, it actually uses up more than that. So you can't use the second half for a full card. So that is my tip and my favorite tools for beginners. Oh, Erin, you're muted. We're all muting ourselves.
I'm the worst at that. I was going to say, I'm going to piggyback off that because I also brought up the exact same thing. But I have one that I don't have 2 separate tools for my cutting machine or for my paper trimmer and my scoring tool. And I'm gonna tout this one for a hot minute. I love this paper trimmer. It's my favorite. Okay.
What is it? What kind is it?
It is the Fiskars paper trimmer.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's one that part of the reason why I love this particular one is the base of this goes to 7 or 6.5 inches. So if I want to cut for an A2 size card base for 5.5, it's not going to fall off the edge. So there's other paper trimmers that are skinnier, but I like the size of the base of this. It has an arm, and yes, you do have to replace the blade versus the guillotine. Oh, thank you. I forgot to do that to myself. I'm so used to doing it for the people. I started talking and I forgot to like pinpoint myself. So you do have to replace this little thing right here, but I cut a lot of paper and I don't replace this all the time. I also have a couple that I keep in my stash if I'm doing something like if I want to cut really thick stuff, I'm not going to use a fresh blade. I'm going to use an older blade. Like if I'm going to do really thick cardstock, when it's time to replace it, when you start doing cuts on paper and it looks like it has like little kind of fuzzy edges, you're not getting that clean cut. The other thing is because this particular paper trimmer has a groove right here. And if you're going to be part of the VIP tonight, when we're doing our card class, I'm going to show you how I use this to score. This is my scoring tool because it's got a little like indentation well right here. And it's got all the markings on it. So all I need to do is just get a Teflon pointer tool or like a folder tool, bone folder, whatever you want to call them, Teflon folder. And I use that for scoring. So I don't have to go out and find other, like I don't have to store other stuff. I love people who want to use their scoring tools, but to me, I'm like, if it's less stuff I have to keep and it does the same job, I'm all for that. And it also has like a little pull-out arm if I want to go all the way out, and I believe it goes to 14 inches. So I can do like scrapbook pages and like larger sheets and stuff like that. So I can score anything up to 14 inches, which I love. So that is my big suggestion, is this one. The other thing about that is that I've had this particular paper trimmer for 16 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I had this arm. There's a wire in here. It's like a guide wire. It broke on me 14 years ago. So a couple years after having it, I contacted Fiskars. I showed them a picture of what had happened. There was like an online form. They guarantee these for life. So I just showed them what happened to it. I showed them like a picture. I filled in the form. They mailed me one at no cost, told me how to replace it. And it's the same one that I fixed 14 years ago.
Wow.
And that's their MO. So I cannot vouch for Fiskars brand enough, purely because I've seen it broke, they fixed it, no questions asked. I just showed a picture of what happened. And they're like, this is how you, so this whole arm piece, they sent me the new one because the base was fine. So
That's great.
That's
Love
That's amazing. I've got a paper trimmer and it's like 3.5 inches wide. It's just like a cheapo one that I got a while ago. It's like this. And it is just too short to measure anything properly. So I have to measure it first and then cut it.
Mhm.
So
Which is
I
fine.
highly recommend if you're getting a paper cutter, it's got to be bigger. You cannot do
Yeah.
3.5 inches. This was a beginner mistake that I want you not to do.
Yeah, I purposely got one that was nice and wider for that. Now, and the other thing is you can also see on here, it's got some basic measurements on here. So if you're wanting to cut to like the 4x6 or 4.5, like, so basic card making sizes are already like printed on there if you want to do that. I do not know, because Fiskart is worldwide, because I'm in the States and I see, you know, US products, there's a very good possibility they make one that would be in metric. But I don't personally have that. That one is in standard or imperial, but I'm sure there's one out there.
There's got to be one, I'm sure.
I would be shocked if they didn't.
Yeah. I'm sure there is. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Well, I do. For beginners or anyone, I highly recommend a good quality cardstock. I don't know about you, but when I first got started, I was buying whatever cheap stuff at Michael's or on Amazon, whatever I could find that was cheapest. But not too long ago, or a little while ago, I was introduced to Cardstock Shop, 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. They have the most fabulous paper. This is their line of, this is a swatch book of Encore cardstock. I never can get this right in the camera, but of Encore cardstock. And I highly recommend it. It is textured. This one is textured on one side, but they do have a line of smooth cardstock. And I just feel like using quality cardstock makes all the difference in your cards and in your cutting. I mean, I know y'all can't see the quality of this or even all of the beautiful colors on this, but they have so many. And let me see if I can pull up my screen. I did open up there. I don't know how to do this. Share screen. Let me try that and allow. And here we go. Let's see if this works. This is their website, 12 by 12 cardstockshop.com. And Erin has that link. She may be able to post that for you. And even if you don't use this, just get a nice quality cardstock. You can buy individual sheets. You can buy a pack of 25 if you prefer, if there's a color like black or white that you're going to use a lot. You can buy assortments like this, a variety pack. They have all of the one sheet of all of the textured here, or there's 60 colors. So any rate, there is so much cardstock. They have all kinds. Let me stop sharing. Okay, so they have all kinds of cardstock. But when you're getting started, I highly recommend a quality cardstock. I used to do a lot of hand smocking when my girls were little, and it's very time consuming. And I would purchase Walmart fabric or cheap fabric because it was in my budget. And excuse me, after all that time I put into my smock dresses, I could see them fade when I washed them, or over time where it was gathered up and smocked, it would fade outside the folds. So I learned the lesson to always pay a little bit more and buy quality fabric. And I believe that the same thing applies with cardstock. Your cards look so much more professional and so much nicer when you use a good quality cardstock. So that's one of my tips. I have one more thing to share, but I'll wait and do it later because somebody asked a question. So I will answer that a little bit later. So
Can I jump on your thing really quick?
sure, of course.
I just want to say, also get some cheap cardstock in
Yes,
the beginning.
Yes, to
Because
play with.
you want to
Yes.
test your cuts. And so use inexpensive stuff to test things first so that you can get used to how your machine works. I'm assuming I'm
Absolutely.
talking to machine users. Yeah. So
Yeah.
get some of that for the tests and then use the really good stuff for when you're good with how it's going to cut and use it on your actual card.
I agree 100%, Elena. The only thing is when you go from an inexpensive lower quality cardstock to a nicer quality cardstock, your settings are going to change, or they might. They might.
Yeah.
You might have to adjust.
But you can also use the cheap stuff as like your prototype for the card. Hey, did that
Absolutely.
work?
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So,
I'm not. Trust me, I have plenty of cheap stuff.
Yeah.
I just can't bring
Think
myself to get rid of it. I have tons of it, but I just like a nice quality cardstock. Roxanne asked if it comes in a tablet type book. No, I don't believe they have any
Yeah, they're
in
all
a
loose
tablet
sheets.
book. Somebody else mentioned that they have really good sales, and they do. They'll have 20 packs, they'll have 60 packs. They also have a subscription. That's another story, but they do have a nice subscription that allows you to try out some unusual cards stock that you may not have ever purchased. But my thing is, yes, I agree. Test and try first with inexpensive paper, because you're going to be mad if you ruin that sheet of expensive or more expensive paper. I mean, it's not that expensive, but for your final project, I really do recommend a quality cardstock. So that's just me. So yeah, I was looking to see if there's any more
Nothing. No, there's no other questions related to that. We have a different question, which I'm going to get to. So Caroline, we're going to get to your question after everybody gives their first round of their suggestions. Then we'll come back to Caroline's question. And then we'll do a second round of our top picks. So there's a plan.
Catherine.
I can go next because I've got a really simple. So I've made cards for a long time, and I just recently got a scoreboard. But before that, this is my card making masterclass. A ruler and a scoring stylus. And because Elena was saying earlier, right, if you cut with the Cricut, your paper is, you're wasting paper. So I would use my ruler, my scoring stylus, and like, you know, paper cutter. But these here are my go-tos, and I still use them. Like I've got a scoring pad now, or a scoring board, whatever it's called. But this is, I'm always just measuring on my board here in front of me. I can't change cameras today. And I just measure it. I like, you know, I just go, psh, and I got my lines, and it works perfectly. So this is like, I used this for a good 6 years before I even like got, you know, the advanced scoreboards. And by advanced, I mean, it's like this big. So you can do a lot with just the simple stuff.
Yeah.
So.
I remember when you got your scoreboard.
That's right.
Last year, I think.
Yeah, I think it was. But yeah, before that, I've never, and I have it. I use it for envelopes because mine has like a cool envelope feature on the back of it. But I still like, and I use my ruler and my scoring stylus all the time. It's just force of habit now.
Debbie, time to share.
Pear Blossom Press, T-squares. You guys, well, she has the ruler, and these have got the rulers, but this also has got a T-square, so you can make sure you've got a right angle, so you know that your cardstock is straight. But the best part, in my opinion, are the little jigs that are in here, because it helps you to make sure that you've got your paper with exactly the right mat. I've had trouble lining up my card fronts straight on a card base. So starting off, I wound up doing all of them to the edge because I couldn't actually get them measured in correctly, so that there would be just that little bit of edge on that. I like to have 1/8 of an inch. So on one of these, it's got a teeny weeny little jig there. So your paper just slides in right over the top, so that you can get 1/8 of an inch border all the way around your card front. This side is 1/4 inch, and then the other one has got a 3/8 and a 1/2 inch. So you can get different size. If you want to have a center panel and a 1/2 inch all the way around of whatever your color card base is, or color mat, these are going to work fabulously for that. Plus there's these little dots to show you right where the center of your card is and where 1/3 of your card is, for positioning everything perfect. This is great for also making sure that your sentiments are straight when you put them on. You just line up the card stock, and you can put your sentiment right up against the edge and have it straight. I use these. This is one of the things that I use pretty much every single card.
Now, are they only in Imperial?
Yeah, these are listed all in inches. They're not in centimeters or anything yet, but I do know Amanda, and she has said that that was one of the things that they want to work on. So it's possible they'll come out with the ones that are in metric. So you never know. Oh, Susan.
Just like a little 30-second.
Yeah, I
kind of
can do that. I just
basic
have to
intro.
switch my camera
how you
around a little
use
bit
it
and get a
and
couple
everything.
pieces of cardstock. That's no problem. I can do
But
that.
I'm like, here's the problem I have, because I have these. Why do you
Oh, yeah.
flip it around the front? I guess you could flip it around.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can go both
let's see if my
directions with it.
buttons
and
are
put
working.
your next piece exactly the half inch, I think is what I've got going right now,
Yeah.
to like fit it in so you
Yeah.
have exactly the right border. There, she's got it. She'll show
Okay.
us.
We're going to flip it. There we go.
So there's two sides of the T-square. This one is the A2, so you can see it's smaller. It is basically designed to work with an A2 size card. Measure this way. So you come all the way to the end. It's also got the 0 in the center, so you know right where the center of the card is. You turn it this way, and there is a little jig on the back, so you can line up your card and it'll be straight. There's another 0 right in the center, and then you've got the pink dots that show you where the 1/3 mark is. So let's say you want to make sure it's about the third mark over, just for positioning. But when you're wanting to use the jig, this one has only got the ones that are for the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch. So if you want to do that, you flip it over because the jig's on the other side. Slide it up against the edge. I'm using a Glassboard Studios mat, and this is a trick that my friend Alyssa told me. Use one of your magnets to hold the thing in place because I tend to shift it. Then when you're gluing your cardstock down, you just go right up into that edge there, and you've got your 1/2 inch all the way around. Same thing on the other one. The other one is an A7, so it's built, the distance is for 5x7 cards. It works the exact same way, but it's got one that's for 1/8 of an inch and one that's for 1/4 inch. So let's say we want to do the 1/4 inch. Slide it in, your bottom layer's there. Put it down with your magnets to hold it in place so you don't shift it, and then just slide this right there with your adhesive on there, and you're going to have 1/4 inch on the sides. Or what I do, this little bitty one, sometimes depending on how big big your border is, it's noticeable, and sometimes it's not, but I always see it. So if I put it here, I've got 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And this is from Pear Blossom Press. I'll grab the link and give that to Miss Erin so she can pop that in for you. But yeah, Pear
Already
Blossom
popped
Press.
it in.
She already did it.
Fabulous.
I was ahead. Sorry. I didn't have it. I wanted
No,
it. People were
that's
asking
fine.
like where to get it. I'm like, I just threw it in there. So
Yeah,
it's there.
Pear Blossom Press has got a lot of fun things. They've got lights. They've got the candle light that you have to blow out, which is fabulous. They've got the T-squares. She did have foam tape that I absolutely love, but she's been struggling to get foam. And I've even been noticing on my other foam that a lot of the stuff is going up in price. Yes, my nails match the magnets.
There's a
So I think
question
that's-
of which one came out first, the A2 or the A7.
The
It does
A7
say in the top corner which one it is.
Yeah, the A2 is the one that came out first. And as soon as that came out with the jigs, we got excited. So the people that are on her design team, and I am on her design team, thought, oh my God, that's cool. But I'd like to have the jigs a different size. And people that went on like on day one, I think we were at Creativation when this thing came out. On day one, people started asking, do you have one for 5x7? Do you have the A7? So they started working on this and got that one out not too long. You don't need both of them. I need both of them because, yeah, I make A2 cards and I need the smaller jigs. So I use them both all the time.
Fair enough.
I have those and I don't use them. So you have inspired me. I just forget I have them, so I have to start using those.
Well, I
think
know that
with
I
any-
can't line anything up to save my
Right,
life.
Exactly.
I know I can't do it. So I'm glad I have a tool that helps fill in the gaps. That's what all of our tools are for. You
Yeah.
can do the same thing without the tools, guys. You could cut all the circles you want, but it's going to take a lot longer than if you put it into your cutting machine or if you use a die. Just saying.
See, but if I'm going to cut just one circle, I'm not pulling out my cutting machine for that. That I will.
Right,
use a die.
exactly.
So I think it just depends. And I think with any tool and with any of the things we're showing you, these are what we have found to be the best thing for us. But that may not be the case for every single person. Like my favorite
especially
cutting
when
tool,
you're learning, right?
Yeah.
If you're learning, you need to try one kind of theme or whatever. Like maybe you want to figure out how to add images to your cards. Start off simple. Start off maybe with a thing of stamps.
Mhm.
Play with those. Figure out if you like it. Have you figured out how you want to color it? Figure out that. Play with it. I colored hundreds of little, okay, not hundreds of penguins that year, but one year for Christmas, I stamped out a ton of pages of these little bitty penguins about like this big, took them with me in the car so that when my family was off looking at plants or whatever, I could color in the car and practice. And then I put them all on cards later. But this has been like
to do
6
at
or 7
night,
years
like,
ago. Yeah.
too. If you
Yeah,
sit
do it while you're watching TV.
you can color away and practice. If
you don't have the tool, there's a couple of ways that you could potentially like have a friend. There's a lot of like where we live, we have, and you can always ask, like you can do a Facebook, like in like the local community, there's usually like some sort of like Facebook page for the community kind of thing. Hey, is there any like crafting groups or is there any whatever? So like we have one that's just one city over, but we're like all suburbia, where people bring all their tools, be like, hey, can I practice with that? That sounds kind of cool, or play with it. Or you could go to, I know there's not as many of them anymore, but your local stores, going in, if they have like a crop night or they have a crafting night, you can try out some of those things. Ask a friend that might have one before you're investing a ton of money into something. You might be like, do I like it or do I not? So, go to classes and see if you like it by playing with it hands-on, so there's lots of ways that before you decide to break the bank, $5 I think is feasible for you to try out something for the first time and maybe go, yeah, don't like it. But if it's a $400 item, you might be like, well,
exactly.
Yeah, it's worth the $5 to try it.
I started off with going to Dollar Tree all the time just to see what kind of cheap crafty supplies I could get there to try things out, because I didn't know what I was going to like. I didn't think I was going to like die cutting. I do that now pretty much every day. I don't use my cutting machine as much, but I'm going to now. It's all Elena's fault because now I'm getting the extra. It's coming in tomorrow, guys. Just letting you know.
So, here's another great suggestion. See if your library or community resource center has a room or a closet full of supplies that you might be able to borrow and try out before you invest.
Lots of libraries have. There's also things called maker spaces where you can like rent out for an hour, half an hour, or whatever. Not everywhere has them, but you can go and go to a makerspace, and they have like where I'm in the city next to us here, they've got a really big one, and it's got like everything. It's got 3D printers, it's got scanners, it's got laser, it's got sewing machines, it's got like anything maker, it's got it in there, and you can like rent it to use, so to try it out instead of buying the equipment. So there's lots of places where you can go and learn how to use the stuff for relatively inexpensive.
So we do have a question from the audience that was asked at the very, very beginning. Okay. I'm going to pose it out there to the group. How do you do a sticker that will cut out a sticker at the top and not the bottom? I can't seem to get it cut correctly. This is from Caroline.
Do you mean like cutting through the top layer but not the back layer?
Like a kiss cut?
Peel it off. Yeah, like a kiss cut.
It almost sounds like maybe it's her machine's not configured if it's cutting like the top edge and not the bottom edge. Like it's just not cutting all the way through. I've had that happen, and it's my scan and cut. I have a feeling she means cutting the sticker paper and not the backing. So
that's what I think too.
She would have.
She says yes
on the backing. Yes. Okay. Well, that has to do with your settings, and go ahead, Erin. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was saying, I realized I was on mute again, and my brain went, oh, it's cutting at the top of the page versus the bottom of the page of the sticker.
That's what I was thinking.
On the paper. I think your answer is much better.
Yeah, each machine has got a different type of kiss cut type of thing.
Yeah, you'll have to just adjust the settings on your machine, whatever it may be. I mean, on a silhouette, I would probably start by adjusting the force. You can increase or decrease the force. If you go another blade depth, if you increase your blade or decrease your blade, that might work. But the force is a more subtle adjustment, and so sometimes that might help. So if you just want to kiss cut, then you might want to decrease your force.
Yeah, that's something I'll be learning with the extra. On the scan and cut, it has got a half cut setting that does that for you.
Okay.
But it doesn't line it up perfect like with the print and cut, and I need all the things. Yeah.
Well, the Cricut has some preset, if you're on a Cricut, has presets for things like sticker paper. And so generally those usually kiss cut more, but you can also go in and customize those settings at like if you go into the materials menu and go to the bottom, it'll show you all materials, and then you can go in and like take the pressure down, or like because it'll have the pressure. So just reduce it and name it something else until you get it just exactly the way you want it. To get
I'm
that
guessing the
going.
pressure is the same thing as the force in
Yeah.
Silhouette Studio.
I think
Yeah,
so.
and it's going to depend on your materials. If
Yeah.
you're cutting on plain sticker paper, if you're cutting on, like a laminate, shiny, glossy sticker paper, or, there's all kinds of sticker papers out there. So it's also going to depend on your material. So you're just going to have to tweak those settings. You may just want to take a page of whatever you're wanting to cut and do some test cuts.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I find that like I've used Cricut sticker paper, I've used koala sticker paper, I've used like No Name off of Amazon, and everyone has a different. I have to use a different setting for everyone to get a kiss cut, and I have to use a different setting for it to cut the whole sheet out if I want to make like a nice page of stickers. It's totally different settings for each one, just because the paper is just a little bit different.
Exactly.
Question for Catherine.
Just like with
Do
cardstock.
you have videos where you're making stickers and showing us how to do that?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to be scrolling your channel.
I have I've got a whole bunch of stickers. I was like, when I was learning how to do stickers a few years ago, I was like, I'm gonna make stickers, and I went crazy making stickers. And I make stickers of animals, I make stickers of family, I make sentimental stickers, I make all the stickers.
Don't we do that? We learned something. We have to show everybody. Oh, look what I did.
And so then I had like a million stickers in my house. So I started like giving them to my kids, to their friends, and to everybody. And everyone's like, okay, we don't need any more stickers. Please stop with the stickers.
The stickers are so much fun.
But they were so much fun to do. And I've got stickers everywhere. And like my kids came, like the school year just finished, and I made stickers for like their notebooks and their this and for their that. And they're all coming home with all these stickers. I'm like, all these stickers! I'm so excited. And it's like, no more stickers, Mom. No more stickers. So
my daughter likes to put them on her water bottle.
Yeah.
Yes.
My grandkids do. My grandsons put them on their batting helmet for baseball. We make baseball ones, and they put them on their batting helmet. They wear them everywhere. So
Nice.
Yeah, her water bottle is turned into a version of a junk journal. It's just stickers explosion.
Yeah.
And they like layer on top of each other as they start fading. I'm like, you're gonna have like an inch of stickers and a water bottle buried beneath it at one point. But we do have a question from our audience. TST is asking, does anyone have any ideas for all the Cricut cards? And I'm going to ask and clarify, do you mean like how to make them, like ideas for making the cards, or ideas for once the cards are made, what to do with them? Because that would be two very different answers. So if you could clarify that, that would be fantastic.
Well, how to make them is why you're here.
yeah.
I mean, we've got 21 different ideas on how to make cards using a cutting machine. So
which if you have not signed up yet, because we are streaming on multiple other people's channels that may not realize, can you explain what the event is that we are at for those that might have joined us?
Right. So, okay, we're at the Card Making with SVGs Plus Summit. It's a free event. It's happening, started yesterday, it's happening today and tomorrow. Each day we have 7 free projects that you can watch through the Summit website with these lovely people and some others. And they're all using their various cutting machines. We've got scan and cut, we've got mostly Cricut. To show you how to create cards and then add in fun extras. Either, I've got planes flying over. Adding in either like fun techniques with your machine or more like traditional supplies like stenciling or paste or inks or that kind of thing. So lots and lots of ideas. So if you need to register for that, because you need a ticket to get in, the link is in the video description, at least on my channel. I don't know about everybody else's, but you can go to our cardmakingwithsvgs.com and sign up. And that'll give you lots of ideas, if that helps.
Let me
Thank you for saying that.
I'm going to put it in the comments here while we're live.
Yeah, and thanks for saying that, because I set up that video, the live to go on my channel, like on the fly. So I have not added anything into the description. The title just says I'm live. That's it. I need to fix that.
Mine doesn't have a thumbnail either.
Yeah, we can add the thumbnail later, Yeah.
If you see the hello at, it's just take off hello at, and that's the web address to
I'll put it in the comments.
Okay.
Oh no. So TST, can you clarify your question you had earlier about the Cricut cards? What specifically are you asking about the Cricut cards? Because I think we're a little confused about that. So, but we can answer the question about what to do with your cards once you're done making them, because I always have a plethora of cards. So do any of you have suggestions? I know it's not really a beginner tool, but if we make lots of cards, beginner ideas for how to spread the love.
I have suggestions, but anybody else? I mean, you can give cards to a whole bunch of different places, like nursing homes,
Oh yeah.
hospitals. There are various charities like Cards for Cubs and other ones where then Aaron does a lot with them to donate them so that I think there are ones where you can have cards sent to soldiers, like things like that. So if you just
With
love
soldiers, no glitter. That's it. Nothing shiny, nothing sparkly on anything you send to military.
Yeah.
Huh,
It's
okay.
a safety issue.
Yeah.
It can get on their uniforms and becomes reflective.
Oh.
So even their collar devices with their insignias and whatever.
So
it's
when
always
they're
black.
yeah, so like if you ever look at anybody who's wearing the camouflage kind of all that sewn on in black, it's only their dress uniforms that have the metal on them.
Shiny things. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
It's always
Nothing
black.
shiny.
Yeah.
And like their sunglasses have to be all black. Like everything is nothing reflective.
Yep.
Oh, that is good to know.
That's why. It's not because they're just trying to be persnickety. It like is
No.
literally a safety issue.
Yeah.
She definitely knows a lot about that with her
my
husband in the
suggestion.
military and stuff.
Yeah.
I know,
Yes.
and there's another lady that is planning on doing a live streaming marathon coming up, I think in October. I'm going to try to help her with that. And that is Cards for Cancer, where every year I donate a big box of cards that I haven't given away to people, but I give a big box of cards to her and she gets them sent out to different people that are basically going through cancer, whether it is the person that's going through it or the family, but they all need a little bit of encouragement too. And right now I'm looking for her information on my Discord and I'm not finding it because I hid it from myself again. Isn't that fun?
The USO also takes cards. They'll take handmade cards. I've been to a number of USOs at airports. And so as soldiers are flying around, they can go in there and they have and family members are allowed to go in there. And a few of the different USOs I've gone into, they have kind of like that spinny wheel carousel that you have the cards on, and there's handmade cards. So if a soldier has like their kid's birthday or, Christmas, whatever, they can grab a card and then they can fill it out. And then there's usually some sort of like mailbox drop that they can drop it in while they're there. So a card can get mailed home to a family member.
Nice.
So that's a possibility as well.
So while we're waiting for the clarification,
I do have the clarification.
Okay, good.
Nice segue.
Mainly need help designing the pre-made cricket cards with the adhesive.
So you're talking about? I'm guessing she's talking about.
Aren't there some with the
cards or
inserts?
cutaway cards?
The inserts.
So is there paper that's potentially given to you that already has adhesive on it, like a sticky back mat to it already?
Do the cutaway cards have that? They may.
Maybe.
I don't think so. I don't think they do.
So like Cricut makes these packs. Is this what you're talking about? Like, so I'm going to take it out of here so it's not so shiny, but it's like a pre-made, it's one of these. I use this for my Joy, but you can use this on the other machines. And it's got like card inserts and then it's got the card body like so. And then it comes with an envelope. Like these ones, are you thinking that they're sticky? Like, cause these ones, like just the card mat, the panel isn't sticky on these ones. And I've never seen them come as sticky, but maybe they do. I've only gotten like a few of these in my time, but these ones, I'll just like glue them on, or I'll use double-sided foam tape to put them on so that they have a little bit of depth to them and they pop. They do have sticky backs. Oh, I've never seen them with sticky backs. Although I do have some glitter ones and some holographic ones, and I never checked out to see if they were sticky. I just assumed it's all paper. I'm curious now, but I've never.
So they're saying something like the cutaway cards have an adhesive, and so they're saying like they do have some that have an adhesive on one side.
Elena, do they?
You're muted, Elena.
You're on mute again.
Trying to not make noise. The cutaway cards have adhesive on them.
Do they?
Cutaway.
I had no idea.
Never.
So tips on that one for those that have you cut with that before?
I've got to check my boxes here because I have that package.
Yeah, I just
So
looked
I
it
think
up.
she's
and
asking for
Google
tips for
says-
cutting and usage. Now that we've
Well, I
established
mean-
what the product is.
Normally, you have to. The Cricut Design Space has designs specifically for these, so that's what I've always used when I've done them. Although I've made insert card designs on my own, and I know there are other designers who do, like Nick, the Bearded Housewife. He has a lot of like insert card designs that he's made on his own. So you can go out and find those kinds of designs and then cut them. But really, it's pretty straightforward usually. Like it'll come with the, the stuff. This is usually the cutaway part is fancy looking, and then you've got the card base, like this kind of thing. Oh yeah, or like here's the adhesive on the inside. So it'll cut like the outside.
Oh, that
this
makes
piece-
sense.
So this would be the front of the card. Well,
Mhm.
I've got it upside down. But so this is the front of the card. It's got the adhesive on the back. But the front's here. So you peel, so it's going to cut away pieces of the front. So you peel them off, and then you would put the fancy stuff on the back so it shows through the pieces that are cut out. Hopefully that makes sense.
That's genius.
So the stick is to keep the fancy piece stuck to the back after the design's all been cut out of the front.
Yes.
And I'm thinking it probably is a little easier to cut through the cardstock than the foiled cardstock, so you're not as liable to have mess ups. So it makes sense, and it also gives you kind of that recessed look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds
And then you don't have
fun.
to worry about adding in the little corners to put that paper to make the paper
Right.
stick. So
That
One
sounds fun.
tip I have for insert cards, though, like any of the insert cards, the bases are really flimsy. So if you do anything beyond like the very basic design, and I always tend to because I always think they're too simple, I'll add on like gems or something, and then that can make it very hard for the card to stand up. Like if you want to display it, so add another piece of lighter weight cardstock. Like just cut a smaller size and put it on the inside, and that helps reinforce the base of the card so it can stand up if people want to display it.
I'm also thinking that using one of their pre-made card bases like that is a great way to practice and see what you like. If you like that one, just get some double-sided adhesive tape and put that on the inside of your card base, and you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
That would be
And
fun.
in terms of
And do the
designs for
heavyweight
that,
cardstock.
there is oodles of designs, I'm guessing, in Cricut Design Space that would
Mhm.
give you for those cutaway cards. So, I mean, they have some pre-standard, I think, like default ones for you to practice with, but there's loads of people that have made other designs and load them into Design Space. Or if you go to like cutaway card free SVGs, you're going to find a ton.
Yeah, do like a search. I
Yeah.
think you have to be an access member on
Oh, okay.
Cricut Space, which is a subscription that you have to pay for.
I don't pay for any of that stuff.
actually use those, and I don't
I
pay
don't
for it.
either. But
Nope.
like
Every once in a
Kim,
while, I'll have like one card I see that I'm like, oh, I really want to make that, and so I'll pay for that card, like the $99, the $1.99 it is. But otherwise, just
But
go
you know,
for some free
Elena,
ones.
what they do is they'll rotate the cards. So like I have a favorite card that I always cut out, but it's only free like every 6 weeks.
Right.
And so when it's free, I cut out like 20 of them, and then I wait till it's free again and I cut out some more.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a good tip right there.
Like today it's free, tomorrow it won't because I need it tomorrow. So I have to have a bunch in stock. And there's like 3 or 4 that I have, and I just keep going in circles. And like they're winners at my house. So everyone likes them for like random like birthdays or anniversaries and stuff. So like they're just going off the shelf. So that's how I circumvent the not even paying the $1.99 for them.
See, but I always wait till the last minute, and I'm like, I really need this. It's for like somebody's birthday or something.
Yeah. I understand.
Okay. Hopefully that answered that question.
So there was another question. It was way far back, and I've neglected to squeeze it. And Terry's reminding me about that question. Why don't you address it, and I'm going to go find it, and I'll pop it up on the screen.
Okay, so Mary asked, she said, I think I've seen Terry use a glue squeezer, which is a very fun name for it. But this is let's see, my camera situation. This is the Petunia. What's the name of it here?
Sweet Petunia.
Blue press.
Sweet Petunia, my Sweet Petunia glue press. And it comes with this base, and the press, once you don't have a lid on it, you take the lid off. The really nice thing is this is the lid to the glue bottle is got a pin in it. I know you can't see it, but there's a pin in
Oh,
there.
you can see it.
Okay, good.
Yep.
And it comes
Yep.
with 2 lids, 2 different size pins, and you have a very tiny right there. If you can put my finger behind it, not in front of it, a very tiny nozzle that gives you a great teeny little dispense of glue. And in this base, there is a silicone pad. So I don't know about you, but when I'm working with, like, one of my favorite glues is the Barely Art. And when I'm working with it, every time you use it, I have to stop, put the lid or the straight pin back in it so it doesn't get clogged. Well, with this, you simply place it in. This is all doing this because it's blurred background. But you place it in the stand like this. The nozzle hits on that silicone pad, and so it doesn't clog up. So when you go back to get it out, it's good to go. And now that's for when you're using it. Of course, when you're not using it, you put the lid back on. I love this. Now, she asked about the glue. It comes with, well, I'm not going to take it out, but it comes with a bottle of this Nuvo glue. I guess I'm saying that correctly. And I'm going to go ahead and share this with you. I purchased mine from 12. Can you see it now? You see my screen? Nope.
No.
Okay, wait a minute. Share screen. Okay. Precision glue.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
She's got the bottle right there. You can see.
Okay, so here, can you see my screen now?
Not yet. I'm just showing the bottle.
Oh.
We're doing one step at a time here.
Sorry. I didn't see that. Okay, so this is the precision glue press at scrapbook.com. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
And it comes with 1 bottle of this glue, and it comes with an empty bottle. And that's the part I really like, because then you can see little teeny, and like I said, there's 2 different size tips. But the thing I really like about it is then you can put your own glue in that empty bottle. So I went ahead and used up the first round. There you go.
Yeah.
I went ahead and
put you on big screen.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
I don't know if you could tell this. So this is the bigger tip.
Yeah,
Fatter
you can tell the
one.
difference.
Tip.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Depending on what you're doing.
Yeah. I use a skinny tip all the time.
I do too. I don't even know where my other tip is.
Remember, dot, not a lot. You don't need a lot of glue.
No.
Yeah, I
And
love
so
this thing.
one of the reasons I really love it is I have a lot of arthritis in my hands. I'm older than a lot of you girls. And it's so nice to be able to just squeeze that and not have to grab the sides of a glue bottle.
Yeah.
And it really helps me a lot. And so I've gone through my first bottle of Nuvo that came with it. It seems like it lasted forever.
I know that's
And
coming.
then I filled it up with that. That's what's in it now, is the Barely Art precision glue. That's my favorite.
We all love it.
And that's the bigger size. So they sell, like, this is the one if you want to just use their glue bottle, and it comes with a pin.
Right.
And the guys who are the owners of Barely Art, there's the Mondo
That's
size.
refill.
Catherine's got the Mondo. So that's
I
like the
got
I got
refill
that.
for
That's
this.
my refill. Yeah.
That's what I buy.
Or you could put that into the squeeze press.
Yep.
But the
That's right.
guys from Barely Art are fantastic. They're actually chemistry, like that's their background is chemistry.
Mhm.
And they figured out how to come up with this amazing new glue because it was just like their passion for whatever reason. They had nothing in the art or craft industry. They just were like, we have this best glue and it worked great for this purpose. And so they just delved full head into the art and craft industry. But that is not their background in any way, shape, or form, which I think is just so much fun. But like they're super passionate. They spent a few years developing this glue before it hit the market. And they also spent years finding the best like pin to go in there so it wouldn't get rusty and gross. Like they put a lot of effort into every one of their products to make it the most quality product before it comes on the market. And they're based out of Dallas. Like they're great guys.
Yeah. Well, the problem with that pin, and I do like it, is I lose it. It goes rolling somewhere. I've ordered multiple ones to have, but I still don't like stopping. Like if I'm gluing a lot of pieces, I don't like to stop and put that pin back in between, because it's
I have a
just
tip for that. I learned a tip for that.
okay.
So I do a crafting thing once a week on my channel, and one of the ladies that participates said, you know what, I have this little cup, but she said like she uses like a little small mason jar, and she puts like a wet cotton ball in there, like moist,
Okay.
not like soaking wet, and then you just drop it in upside down, and the tip is in the wetness, so it doesn't dry. And you just, like pick it up and keep using it, and since it's upside down all the time,
It's ready to go.
it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have half of that system in place. I don't have the whole system in place, but I
Well-
had to clean up here, and I can't find my setup, so I can't show you.
Well, that's kind of the same
Yeah.
concept as this.
Yeah.
That little pad keeps it from drying out. And
You do have to be careful and make sure you put your glue press in there right, because I have made a mess. Yeah, I get glue all in there, and then
Oh,
it doesn't
mine
want to
has-
go in there straight anymore because it
mine has glue
dries.
in it too, but
Yeah.
But I
here's a
do, the really nice thing, I do love putting my Barely art in there. Oh, it says there's tape a tiny magnet to the
I
side.
am doing that. That is a great idea.
That is a great
Never
idea.
thought of that.
That's a great
Two
idea.
people commented on that.
Yeah. So
I like it on the glue bottle itself. That's smart.
Yeah.
clever. But I also like this because it's easy for my hands and it controls the flow. It's consistent. And if you don't want to use that Nuvo glue, don't use it. Just dump it. But it comes with an empty bottle, which I filled up with the Barely art. So it works really well with the Barely art for those of you that are interested in using the press. So
Oh,
I have a couple.
here's a fun take for those of you who choose GLP-1s.
okay.
Hey,
You want a
wow.
super fine tip? Boom.
There you go. That works. Hey, whatever we got to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
but I
I love the repurposing of it all.
I have some comments about the glue press because I use it a lot.
Okay. Go.
And I saw somebody say that the glue doesn't come out. So this is my
Doesn't
one
come
job
out?
on this product is that
Yeah.
the glue bottle itself has to be full for the glue to come out. Once you get down to like, I don't know how half full, when you
Yeah.
squeeze on it, there's not enough pressure in the bottle to force the glue out. So you
Yeah.
have to keep the bottle full or fullish, like 75% full.
Well, I have
And-
done something that might be helping with that
Oh.
because I haven't had that problem in a bit. I'm not actually storing mine in the stand anymore. I actually leave
no.
it sitting like this. So
Oh.
all of the glue's down at the bottom, which I think is allowing possibly some air in
could
the
be.
top,
Yeah.
so that when I turn it over, once the glue gets down there, it comes out fine. So that could be part of it. One reason I started doing that is because if I leave it sit too long, sometimes if there's any glue in the top that I haven't taken care of with the pen, it'll get clogged. And then when you do get it out, it'll wind up being floating around in your. So I've got a separate. This is my pen. Someone gave me this, and it's all pretty. And that's one reason I haven't lost it. But I'll use that to try to get the rest out. It's not often, though. I used to have to clean the thing every single time with my old glue bottle. It was clogging all the time. This does not clog nearly as much. If you use it like I do, I wear everything out. You might still have an issue, but it's nowhere near as bad.
So for
Yeah, I
those of
haven't
you who
had a
never
I
cleaned
actually
the top of
store
the
it
glue
like this
bottle,
all the time.
Yeah, that's the way you're
No
supposed
lid.
to, but I don't. I just leave it sitting on the edge
But
like
not
this.
when you're not using it.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, when I'm not using it, I just leave it sitting off to the
Oh,
side.
no. When
I
I'm
don't.
not
I
using
don't
it.
put the lid back in. I learned this.
I
from
put the, I
somebody
do
that
put
live stream. You just
I
leave
do put the lid back on. The
Make
lid's
sure
always
that
on there.
that it's on the silicone. I just leave it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a tendency.
I
If
know,
I
I
put it
am
on the
in
silicone,
Colorado.
I don't put it on there straight, so it winds
I love
up.
how you guys all
Yeah.
have, like, I have it too, but I don't
I
pull
have
it out
all the
that often,
problems.
mostly.
I
But like
do everything
everybody's
wrong.
got their own version of how to use it and what works best for them, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah. I put the lid back on because I want that pin down in there to keep it
That makes sense,
unclogged. And then, but I haven't had the problem with not being able to get it out unless I
yeah.
unless I
That's
didn't
because
put-
she puts it in there straight. Mine's always crooked.
I still have glue on the inside here, which you may or may not be able to see, but it doesn't impede anything.
Well,
Yeah.
what I was talking about is pretty much filling this little orange part.
No.
It would, I've had to
Mine-
scrape it out of there because it winds up going all over the place, and then it dries clear, and then it's hard, and then again you can't get your thing in there straight again. Yeah. I'm
But
just
now,
saying
you've
I've
ever
made
had-
mistakes, and this is how I've worked around it. But the squeezing is fabulous. It is so easy on the hands. I've
It
never
really
had
And
to
if you
switch
ever
back.
had a clogged nozzle at the top, one of the best things to do is just go run your water nice and warm,
Yep.
not boiling
Mhm.
hot, but nice and
Yep.
warm so you can stick your hands in there. Use that little pin because then you'll clean the pin as well. And then just go back and forth until you can get a full stream going through that nozzle.
Oh yeah.
Dry it
then-
off and then reattach it. And it's just warm water. I don't use soap or anything else. I just purely use the warm water. It helps
Mhm.
heat up the glue enough to it becomes more viscous, so runnier, and then it'll unclog.
Oh
Yep.
yeah. Absolutely.
I'm gonna just say something here. I'm gonna step way back to the beginner part of this card making class.
Right.
Glue is beginner.
This is good for beginners, though.
It is,
Glue
but
is
if you're a
beginner.
total beginner and you're just trying to not break the bank buying
Or-
And see what you actually are going to use.
yes, you can.
That's why I just use this.
So this glue, I love this glue, and this is my go-to glue. I do not use any other glue. So, but if you're just starting and you don't want to spend a whole lot of money on really good glue, you can just use regular crafting glue and put it into a small little bottle with a fine point tip, and that will also work. Now I've got barely glue in here, but you just got these little tips on these guys.
Yeah.
And it's the same idea, but you can start off using regular Elmer's glue to start because you can
Glue sticks too.
glue sticks too, right? So you the tools that these ladies are showing are amazing. I don't have one, maybe one day I will, but you don't need to buy those tools at the beginning. You can just use regular basic glue to start and learn, and then
Absolutely.
up
Use your kids' art supplies.
that's right.
Yeah.
So you can
So
do
like
that too.
especially when it comes to stick glue, Elmer's has that one that's purple and when it dries it's clear.
Yes.
So you know it's going to be clear. That's a great one that you can just put a crappy sheet of paper at the bottom. You've got all your little fussy cut things you might be cutting out. Instead of having the fancy glue, you can do that. And it's still tacky and ready to use because it's still purple when you go put it onto your project. And you still have a little bit of wiggle room and then it'll dry clear for you. And those things are less than $1. You can probably get a 2-pack, especially when back to school happens and you can buy the whole packet. I still use stick glue for so much stuff. And now they have ones with glitter in them. That's even better.
I've seen those ones. Are they any good?
Yes. And it's less than $1. And I get to play with glitter. And there's blue and pink.
Ooh, I love glitter.
I know.
So I'll have to pick one up when they're back on sale in September here.
Great. Back to school. We gotta wait about a month or so, but
I
it's
saw
a
a
valid
question
point. You don't have to break the bank going out. I would say quality paper trimmer. If you're going to buy one, don't
Yes.
buy a crappy one. Some of those things, but you can get away with the glue for a while. But I have had, just as a heads up, I have had some pretty inexpensive glues. I would not buy dollar store glue because I have had it unstick on me.
Ooh.
And that sucks. You've put all this time and effort putting a project together. So in some respects, I would go, if you're going to buy a cheaper glue, go for the name brand of that glue versus just some hodgepodge. I would also never buy glue from a resale store. It's probably dried out.
I saw a
Other
question-
products, great for resale.
Mhm.
I saw a question from somebody in Colorado, because I'm in Colorado, asking
Oh.
about how do you deal with things drying out
Ooh.
or prevent it. And some of it you can't prevent, paste, glitter paste, especially I've had issues with, but you can, yes. So I've got Glad Press and Seal.
Oh yeah.
This is my distress paste, but I have it around other pastes too. Once I open the bottom
Yeah.
in the jar,
You put it over the top and seal
I
it up.
just do the whole thing. But yeah, either way
Yeah.
would work. Yeah. And
There
that
are some companies, so I will vouch for if you're wanting to go into, and it's the product I used in my class for this event. It's a Crafters Workshop. They have their stencil butter. I have had jars of that for 8 years. They've never dried out on me. And Austin is not this summer, but we are a very dry area. Like we will go months without rain. Not this year, apparently. But I've never had to worry about them drying out. I've had other ones from other companies. I've opened them once, used a little bit of it, go back to it within 6 months, and it's already dried out. So I know that my environment has the ability for them to dry out, but that stencil butter, I've never had it be a problem. So some of it's also the product.
Yeah.
True. I mean, I've had a couple of brands that I've tried them a couple of times and then put them to the side for 6 months, a year, whatever. And they open, and I live in Florida where it's humid. We have a lot of humidity here. So I shouldn't have a problem with those, but sometimes I have on a couple of things. I've got a couple of brands that I use all the time that I have never had a problem with. I think the only reason that they would wind up drying out is if I actually left the lid off. The ones that tend to get thicker are the ones that I use the most, and that's because they're open and exposed to the air more often. But by the time I get down to the bottom, it'll be good. I'll be ready to replace it by then.
I want to dance through music.
Yeah, you got to make like
What was the music?
Harry
It was like a
Potter.
heart.
Sorry.
We are about that 1 hour mark. So I would say
wow.
if we have any last minute questions or any last minute tips, we should probably start winding up because we have some other events coming throughout the day.
Yeah, just start small. Play with what if you've got some stuff, play with that, see what you like. And then as you get ideas, slowly, don't buy out the store. You can store everything at the store. It's going to be there. Don't worry about it. But you can get a little bit at a time to see what you like. I mean, watercolors is a good example. Get some cheap watercolors if you want to figure that out. Play with it and decide, do you like it?
Yeah.
If you do, then you can upgrade to some of the better ones. I have still not upgraded much of my watercolor stuff because I don't do it enough.
Yeah.
The dollar store is a great place to buy stuff when you're learning.
Absolutely.
Even after you've learned, it's a great place to buy stuff too. But it's a great place to buy stuff on a budget so that you can try it out, see what you're doing, see if you even like it. Because if you buy all the equipment and realize you don't like it, then you're going to feel sad.
Oh, yes, we don't want you to be sad.
Right.
We want you to be happy.
Don't buy glue there. And I think like
A friend that has something, borrow for a hot minute.
Absolutely. Start slow.
I'll
Just
also
practice.
like
Lots of practice.
if I'm trying something new, I'll go to, I have a Michael's near me. If you have a Michael's or, in Canada or the US, anywhere near you, I go to like the clearance section and I'll buy, like vinyl, like an ugly color of vinyl that's like $1. And so I can try cutting out vinyl, but it'll be like the brand I want to use. So like it's Caesar, whatever the best, I can't even remember off the top of my head right now, HTV or something. I'll go
like
get
Oracle or
Caesar. That's like an ugly color, because it's $1. I'll buy that to test it on it. So then when I go to the actual color I want to use, I don't mess it up and waste the material.
Yeah, the clearance aisle is always a nice thing to go to. That used to be, I did a lot of shopping at the Michaels and Joann's and Hobby Lobby clearance areas for a long time.
We're not tattling on you. It's okay. No judgy.
Todd's here. He knows that I did that. So
no judging.
No judging.
Yeah. Is that it? Okay.
Thanks, Elena. Thank you for helping us.
Thank you guys.
And thank you guys for being here with us as well. If you are not signed up for the summit, please do so with the link in the video description, at least on my video. But everybody else I'm sure is already here. So thank you so much and have fun watching videos for the rest of the day. We will be back at 4 p.m. Eastern time with the next live stream. So see you then.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.